Hello everyone, my name's King Louis III, and today I just wanted to talk about my most anticipated game. No, not GTA 6, drop trailer 3 and put the fries in the bag, little bro. The game is actually Crimson Desert, as the title so obviously stated. So some of you may know already what it is, some of you don't. So for those who already do, go ahead and skip to the time showing up on the screen. Crimson Desert is a game developed by Pearl Abyss, mostly known for making Black Desert Online. The twist here is they decided to make it a single player game instead. Crimson Desert looks like a sandbox RPG that truly allows you to play however you want, and it looks incredible. But let's get into the reasons why. The first thing that caught my eye about this game was its beauty, but most importantly, its beauty in its massive world. The draw distance of this game can probably see farther than me in real life, which probably doesn't mean much because these are thick. God damn. Anyways, look into any direction and it just looks like there's something waiting for you to do right around the corner, which is a huge appeal of mine. Games like Breath of the Wild, Elden Ring, and Red Dead Redemption 2 specifically all gave me this feeling of misdirection is the right direction, because I want to do whatever and not be judged for doing so. Crimson Desert seems to be following in that path, not just because of the way the world looks massive, but because the versatility feels huge. Being able to use dragons as a ride, using magical powers to move around, including a mystical leap.
By an assassin cult. Here, he uses mystical leap to move across the rooftops, springboarded by his own soul energy.
A sort of grapple hook thingy. Being able to stack jumps on top of each other, being able to glide down to certain areas. It all looks cool and restrictionless besides your stamina bar, which feels fair to balance it all. Crimson Desert seems to be offering a huge world that we can do things as we please. What is a little disappointing though is that it seems like the main character is not as versatile. It seems like he is just a man doing what he's supposed to, so thievery or just randomly killing NPCs does not sound like something we can do in this game, which is fine, but I do hope it's somehow in the game at launch. Another important note is the combat. Combat looks stunning in this game. From the smooth animations to the particles and scale, Crimson looks like a satisfying game. Slicing through enemies with a sword or crushing them with martial arts and even shooting them with arrows all looks crazy. The game seems to give you all the tools you need to have fun during combat and even abilities for all of those things, which seem to be tied to combos. Now, I'm kinda scared to admit this, but combos have never been my thing, so I might get cooked a lot learning these. But I do think adding a learning curve to figure out your abilities is great, instead of just a few easy buttons. The amount of enemies on screen impresses me completely, especially since they don't seem to be useless. They can parry you if you're not careful and land a hit. And although I've seen in the gameplay that Cliff can take a lot of damage, I'm sure that increasing the difficulty might change that. Another note that I was surprised to be excited for. Now, when I played Black Desert Online, I thought the story was less than okay. Not once did I think of actually wanting to beat it or experience the rest after 13 hours of gameplay. So, when I first heard of Crimson Desert, I imagined it might be in a similar boat until I saw that this game has full cutscenes that are completely full of detail and a shocking eye for cinematography. I noticed that at the beginning of the gameplay video, the cutscene was basically playing within the game's engine, but made it look supernatural as if you never stopped putting your hands on the controller. It also never felt like it had scenes that just wasted time or felt boring, something that's seen quite a few times in gaming. KCD2, I'm looking at you, buddy. And on the same note, the music does a great job of immersing you into the game and sounds awesome. Now there's only one last thing I wanted to chop on before leaving. I think at least once in our lives, we were disappointed with the fact that a game didn't show gameplay. It's happened plenty of times, and cinematics can take up most of hundreds of trailers. Crimson Desert had its view in the beginning when announcing, which is fair, but as time went on, the more and more they showed off, and luckily for us, this gameplay doesn't seem fake in the slightest. Video game companies love to cover up certain faults or add more to make something look better. For example, The Last of Us 2, which in my opinion still has amazing combat, but in the trailer I couldn't help but feel a little scammed by how much more cinematic it was. The interactability in its environment, all of it never showed. That's what I mean by perfect gameplay, whereas here in Crimson Desert, it seems like they don't care if it looks perfect. It's what they have and are working with. You can see tons of visual glitches like pop-in and anti-aliasing, but since the game isn't done, it feels better to see things like that, as the gameplay shouldn't be perfect unless if it's done and ready to ship. So seeing these visual bugs means that we are at least watching real gameplay, and honestly, I love that. To wrap things up, not that way, Crimson Desert is a game with what seems like limitless potential. Will they pull everything off? Maybe not, maybe they will. Time will only tell, and I will see all of you on March 19th to see if this game lives up to the hype. Anyways, that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please drop a like and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And make sure to keep doing great things. You're good at them. Bye.